It's Transworlds96 here with another video review. This time we have a Marvel Legends Doctor Strange review, doing the review for the regular version as well as the Astral Projection Doctor Strange. Figured just to do them in one video because they're obviously from the same wave and they're just repaints of each other. So first of all, quickly going over the package, standard packaging for Marvel Legends. You get the nice yellow color design though, with the Doctor Strange type of logo. Nice image of Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange on the back there, or on the side, and then on the back you get a picture of both figures, considering they're the variants of each other basically, and then the full assortment of figures with the Dormammu Build-A-Figure. So, I'm reviewing this today definitely because of the release of Doctor Strange. Don't know if I'm going to be posting this on Thursday or Friday, but I'm seeing it tonight. I'm filming this on Thursday, so at the moment of reviewing this, I haven't seen the movie, but I'm about to, and I'm pretty stoked for it. So, let's get on to actually reviewing the figures. These figures are quite nice, I have to say. I do like them quite a bit. Going over the head sculpt, and it's the same on both, just different paint, obviously, but the head sculpt is, it's alright. You know, with the facial hair and the hair in general, you can see what they're going with, but just the design of the face itself, it doesn't really resemble Benedict Cumberbatch. The only, you know, hint of who it is, other than the costume, is the facial hair. So, I'm not super happy with this head sculpt. I have to say that I think that it could have been a lot better, and not just, you know, it's not like I'm expecting Hot Toys or anything, but just for Marvel Legends, I've seen them do better face sculpts of actors than this. So I think that they can do better. It's not horrific or anything, but I think that they absolutely can do better. So would have liked a better head sculpt. However, it's painted very well, and I like the way that the hair is sculpted, and the way you get the white that's kind of fading into the to the brown of the hair is awesome. And then the blue eyes are painted very crisply, and they're very focused and looking straight, which is good. The Cloak of Levitation here, I really like the cloak. In general, they went with a really unique shape for it. As you can see, they kind of have it where it's supposed to be draping over one of his sides. It kind of flares out a bit more over here, and then kind of folds down a bit, and you have another fold that you can see from the back. The inside texturing is awesome. And to be honest, I'm just noticing this now. That is sick. Look at that. Wow. I'm impressed. I am thoroughly impressed. I would actually like them to do like maybe a bit of a silver wash to kind of rest on those lines, just to bring them out more, because like I said, I've had this figure for like a week or two and I did not notice that. That looks awesome. And then on the back you of course have more amazing detail, but in specific areas. So you can really see like where the sides of the cape are and everything. Look at that, just beautifully sculpted cape. My only issue with it is when it's on him, I don't like how much this is flaring out to the side, because even if you put his arm out, it gets stopped here, so there's still more that flares out. So I would have liked it had they not done this extra area that was flared out and just stopped it here and went down, because otherwise it just looks strange, because you can't put his arm in any position where it looks natural. Like you could do that and then it looks like it's actually resting on his arm, but if you don't have his arm in that type of pose, it doesn't look good. It flares out too much. So, but I do like the overall design of it, and the texturing on it is awesome. Really love it. Going over the actual costume, because obviously he doesn't wear the cloak throughout the movie, and apparently the cloak is sentient, so you could actually kind of display it just kind of standing there by himself. Oh yeah, look at that. It stands up. That's pretty cool. So you could do that if you want, you know. But the costume is awesome. I mean, you get tremendous detail throughout it, and there's just a ton of lines and wrinkles, and made to look like there's different layering of clothes. Legs too. It's awesome. My issue with, I think that the legs get a bit skinny down here from the boot. I understand that they're trying to show that his pants are a little baggy, but I think that they went a little bit too far with it, and he looks like he has very skinny little legs at the end there. It's not something that's super noticeable, but it does annoy me when I do pose him. He also has a removable necklace, the Eye of Agamotto, which is very nice. You get the brown strap, which is sculpted nicely. You get some lines on that, which is cool. And then the gold eye itself. Would have liked some green in there, because without saying anything, there is some green, you know, in the pictures and stuff. Maybe it's just like kind of like a light that comes on. I don't know, but I would have liked a little bit of green in there, but still very nice. The hands are sculpted wonderfully. I love expressive figures, whether it be with hands or facial expressions, but these hands are expressed so nicely, and considering that's a big deal for Doctor Strange, I am glad that they did not waste the opportunity. And they do have some like lines in his hand, because obviously he has like a nerve damage from the car accident with his hand. So I think that that looks fantastic. He does come with interchangeable hands, very boring ones, but they are there for a specific reason. They're just standard like holding things hands, and he has a little magic spell, blast, shield, whatever you want to call it, but it looks awesome. I mean, again, excellent detailing. This figure is filled with fantastic detailing. There's like writing on the edges there, and you have a wonderful design that has like a light yellow that's been washed over those lines, and then the thing itself is a yellowish orange that's a bit translucent, and it's kind of like a Captain America shield or similar to it, where you do have just a little peg there, and he just holds on to it. It looks awesome. I mean, like, from this view, it looks super sick, and it's massive, too, which is cool. But I just don't like the way that you attach it to him, you know, because it's not a shield. It should just be a spell. I wish that they did what they did with the Hot Toys one, which is it's just attached to a hand, and, like, the hand is open like this, and then just the fingertips are touching the shield that are attached to the shield. I think that would have looked a lot better. You could do side poses where it would look cool, and then it would be a lot easier than this. This is just unnecessary not to be attached. It should just be attached, in my opinion, but I think it looks awesome. Going over the Astral Projection version, which is essentially the same thing, so I won't dwell on the details that you've already seen. However, it's the paint that's different. He has this nice pearlescent paint that kind of has like a reddish look to it, and you know, I think that it looks nice, but I prefer this. I prefer this kind of bluish hint to it that the picture has, instead of this reddish hint that it has in person. So I would prefer more of a bluish look. However, I still think that this does look pretty nice, and there is a lot of layering as far as the colors go with that translucent. So it does look quite nice. You do have the white in his eyes, and then the rest of the figure is painted completely with that pearlescent white and with a reddish or pinkish pinkish kind of tone hint to it. He does also have the Eye of Agamotto as well, and it is a translucent, you know, band, but then the very end of the band is white, and the eye itself is white as well. So, very nice. He does not come with interchangeable hands, he doesn't come with a spell, and he doesn't come with a cape. So, you know, I haven't seen the movie, so it's kind of hard for me to judge if he is lacking in accessories. I don't know if Doctor Strange is able to conduct spells while he's on the astral plane. I believe he is, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So, if he is, I would have liked to see him come with a spell. He obviously has green spells that are smaller in the movie, so it would have been great for him to come with that, because it would have made him a bit more different, especially since they're forcing you to buy both of these to build Dormammu. So, I would have liked to see him come with a spell, unless he isn't able to use it in the movie, because then I would understand it. But without seeing the movie at the moment, I'm not 100% sure. Also, a cape. In the trailer, when we see the astral projection of Strange, he's not even in his costume, you know, he's just in his... He basically just found the ancient one. So I would definitely, I would imagine he'll be able to go astral projection while wearing the cape, but I'm not 100% sure on that either. So, if in the movie this astral projection has spells and uses the cape, I would have liked to see that translate here in the figure, but if it doesn't, then I don't mind what you get with him. So, yeah, so basically it just depends on what happens in the movie. I'll know tonight if I think that this one is lacking in accessories or not, basically. So, these figures are fantastic, I would have to say. My only let me do articulation. Sometimes I skip articulation, I forget. Because articulation is just pretty standard when it comes to Marvel Legends, considering they have the same basic formula. But his articulation, he's got a ball hinge neck, can look down, up, side to side very nicely. Ball hinge shoulders with a bicep swivel, double hinge elbows, hinge pivoting or hinge swivel wrist, and the hinge works very nicely. The one unique factor of his articulation is the ball jointed waist, and it's not a ball jointed upper torso, and it's not an ab crunch with a waist swivel. It's just a ball jointed waist, which works very nicely. He's got a ball jointed hip or hips that are a bit hindered by this little costume piece. This one is a little less hindered, just because he can kind of push it there where there's less clothing. Then he has a swivel bicep, double hinge knees, and hinge pivoting ankles. So articulation is overall very standard for Marvel Legends, except for the fact that he has a ball jointed waist. So again, like I was saying, overall these are fantastic figures. I like them quite a bit. I think that they're extremely fun, and I do love movie figures. I find that we're a little lacking on movie figures from Marvel Legends, so to get two very nice ones like this is great. The detailing is fantastic. The head sculpts on the Astral Projection one, it looks fine, but on the regular one, I'm not too into that head sculpt. I think it could have been improved, but other than that, there's really nothing that I can see that could have been improved, and I think that you get a lot of bang for your buck with the regular Doctor Strange. The Astral Projection one is, I think, would have been nice if it didn't have a Build-A-Figure piece, so it was just people that specifically wanted that, but to force everybody who's building Dormammu to buy two of the same figure in the same wave, I think is a little bit ridiculous, and I'm not too happy about that. But these figures in general are very nice, and having them both works for some great pictures, and it's just kind of fun to have the two of them. So I would highly recommend the regular Doctor Strange, and if you like the Astral Projection look, then I would go for that one. But if not, if you're not too into it, the regular Doctor Strange is all you need to get the full effect of this figure, basically. So there you go. That's my video review of the Marvel Legends from the Dormammu Build-A-Figure wave, Doctor Strange, the movie version, as well as the Astral Projection movie version. Let me know what you guys think of these figures, and thanks so much for watching.